Hello everyone and welcome to another Maths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 5 Additional Mathematics Chapter 4 Vectors Long Question Example 4. Before I begin, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Alright guys, without further delay, let's jump to the question now. In the diagram, ABCD is a quadrilateral such that the line DB intersects the line XC at Y. So this is the quadrilateral diagram with the ABCD, and then the line DB intersect with the line XC at the point Y over here. Okay, continue to read the question. It is given that vector dx equals to 2 over 5 out of vector dA, vector AB is equals to half of vector XC, and then they have already provided here with the information that vector dA is equals to 10x and vector dc is equals to 10y. Okay, the question is, if vector dy is equals to m of vector db and vector dy is equals to vector dx plus n of vector xc, so as you can see here, there are two sets of equation which is expressed in terms of vector dy. Find the value of m and of n. And once you find the m of n, and then you need to find the ratio of AB and xy. Alright guys, I hope you'll attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay, let's jump to the solutions now. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I'm going to approach this type of question, guys. Okay, the moment when you read this, you might be thinking how I'm going to even start to attempt this question. Okay, my advice to you, start to attempt this question from the information which they already given to you. Okay, which information which is directly given to you. As you can see here, vector dA is already given as 10x and vector dc is already given as 10y. Okay, and then they have already given the relation f vector dx equals to 2 over 5 of vector dA. So you can start to substitute your 10x into the over here in terms of vector dx to find your vector dx equation. So you can start your question over there, guys. Okay, I'm going to show you the solution now. So it's given that your vector dA is equals to 10x and dc is equals to 10y. So like I said guys, go for the information which is already given. Don't worry if you have no idea how to start and you feel like you are literally jammed on how to even proceed to do your solutions. Okay, and the information is already given that vector dx is equals to 2 over 5 of vector dA. So you can immediately substitute in your vector dA value which is equals to 10x. So continue. So 2 over 5 times with 10x. Okay, so here you times, you get 1. Here you times, you get 2. So 2x times with 2, you should get your answer is 4x. Okay, you get your first information, guys. So far so good. Okay, then we proceed. Okay, now you have your vector dx and the question has already given us a vector dc. Okay, guess what we can find now? We can find the vector xc over here, guys, because as you see over here, AB is equals to half vector xc. So if once we find xc, so we can immediately find the vector AB over here. Okay guys, so you slowly try to go for the information. Once you get one, you can immediately find another. So that's the concept of long question, guys. Okay, so now the step 1 is we can find the vector xc. So how to find the vector xc? So vector xc is equals to vector xd plus with vector dc. So I'm going to show you. So vector xc is equals to vector xd you plus with vector dc. So this is your resultant vector, guys, your vector xc. Okay, your vector xd, it's not directly given in the question, but however your vector dx is given as 4x. So vector xd is the opposite direction of vector dx, which is okay negative 4x. Okay, I'm showing this in terms of the length of AD, guys, because in the question they give us dA, but then I'm showing you in terms of AD. So 2 over 5 times AD plus with tan y. So DC is already given in the question is tan y. So AD in the question is negative 10x. I'm going to show you why is negative 4x, guys. So from here 2 over 5 times with negative 10, and then you plus with tan y. So from here you simplify 1, you simplify, you get negative 2x. And then from here you should get your answer negative 4x plus tan y. So the concept is very simple, guys. XD is the opposite direction of dx. So that is the concept of vector. Okay, so you get your xc is equals to negative 4x plus tan y. So you get your vector xc. So what will be your next step, guys? So now we can proceed to find your vector AB. Okay, that is a direct clue for us, guys. Okay, I'm going to show you in the next page, so please hold on. Okay, the step 2 is we can proceed to find our vector AB over here. So vector AB is equals to half of vector XC over here, guys. So XC we have already find just now, which is negative 4x plus tan y, and then you times with half over here, so you'll get your vector AB is equals to negative 2x plus 5y. Okay, so this is your second step, guys. Okay, let us continue to the next step. Okay, next step is we need to form a relationship between vector dy equals to m of vector db. So we need to, there are two expression of vector dy, guys. So we can start using this first expression. You might be asking why this first expression. Okay, I'm going to explain you shortly. We have already find vector AB in the previous step, so we're going to use that in order to find the vector DB over here. Still don't understand? Okay, I'm going to show you now. So vector dy is equals to m of, in a bracket, vector dA plus AB. We didn't find vector dB, guys, but we have already find the vector AB over here and vector AD. Okay, so these two vectors we can use to find with the vector dB over here. Okay, so continue. So dy equals to m in a bracket 10x plus, in a bracket, negative 2x plus 5y close bracket. So you solve the inside bracket, you get 8x plus 5y. Okay, continue. So from here you get vector dy is equals to 8m component x plus 5m component y. So this is your first expression of vector dy. Okay, once you solve the step 3, now we can proceed with the step 4. Okay, remember, guys, there are two expressions of vector dy. One is in terms of m. We have already solved in terms of m. Now we can proceed to in terms of n. Okay, step 4. So dy is equals to vector dx plus n of vector xc. Okay, xc is you have already find over here. So vector xc we have already find over here. So now we can proceed to calculate another set of expression of vector dy. Okay, continue. Okay, vector dx is 4x. We have already find in the earlier working, plus n in a bracket, negative 4x plus 10y. Okay, you times in the n. So from here you get vector dy is equals to 4x minus 4nx plus 10ny. Okay, guys, what you can do over here is you can factor out the n and regroup them separately in terms of component x and then plus with the 10 and y. So what you can do is you can regroup them and you can form 4 minus 4n in a bracket component x plus 10 and y. Okay, continue to the next step. So this is the expression that I mentioned just now. So 4 minus 4n in a bracket x plus 10n component y. So this is your second expression of vector dy, guys. Okay, as you can see over here, you have two set of equation of vector dy. So what you can do is, okay, remember, guys, I've already mentioned this earlier. Whenever the question asks you to find two set of variables, remember this, guys, you need to form a simultaneous equation. So what you can do here, you can compare this 4 minus 4n, in terms of component x, which is 4 minus 4n equals to 8, and then in terms of component y is 10n equals to 5m. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to form a simultaneous equation. Okay, we're going to form a simultaneous equation between two vector dy. Alright, let us continue. So from here, 4 minus 4n is equals to 8m. So this will be your first equation. Okay, this is in terms of x. So if you can't see it clear, I'm going to write it for you. Okay, this is in terms of component x, guys. So 10n equals to 5m. So this will be your second equation. And I've obtained this by comparing of component y. Okay, now you will get it clear. It's up to you guys how you're going to solve this simultaneous equation. You can use substitution method or you can use method of elimination. So up to your preference. But in this case, I'm going to use a substitution method from the equation 2 over here. So we're going to form an equation m equals to 2n. How I found m equals to 2n? 5m is equals to 10. So to get m, I simply divide 10n divided by 5. Okay, I bring the 5 to the left hand side and I rearrange the equation such that m is equals to 2n. Okay, what we can do next is we're going to substitute equation 3 into equation 1. Continue to the next step. 4 minus 4n equals to 8 in a bracket 2n. You expand in the 8, you'll get is 16n. So 4 minus 4n is equals to 16n. This negative 4n from the left hand side, you can bring it to the right hand side, where you'll get 16n plus 4n, which will be equals to 20n. So 20n equals to 4, and you'll get your n equals to 4 over 20. This 4 over 20 can further simplify. You will get your answer is 1 over 5. Okay, you already get the first answer. So when you get your first answer, you can immediately substitute into either one of the equation, guys. So in this case, I substitute into the third equation over here. Continue to the next step. When n equals to 1 over 5, so m equals to 2 in a bracket 1 over 5, so you'll get equals to 2 over 5. So this is your answer, guys. Alright guys, we have already find out our first answer in terms of, we have already find the variable m and variable n over here. Okay, from here we're going to proceed with the next question. Okay, please hold on. In the question B, they ask us to find the ratio of AB and XY, guys. So I'm going to show you the working now. Okay. This is your starting of your working. The AB, vector AB, we have already find, which is negative 2x plus 5y. But we couldn't find the vector xy. So vector xy, we couldn't find it directly. So how are we going to find it? So that we're going to find out. So the step 1 is we're going to find the vector xy. So once you've already find the vector xy, so we can compare them and we can form a ratio. Okay. So we're going to find the vector xy. So how are we going to find it? Okay, I'm going to show you now. So vector xy is equals to vector xd plus dy, guys. Okay. So if you notice in the diagram over here, okay, let me show you the diagram. Okay. So vector xy, so equals to vector xd plus vector dy, guys. So these are the diagram. I'm going to form the vector of xy over here. Okay. So continue to the next step. So since vector dy equals to m of vector db, and you have already find the value of m, which is equals to 2 over 5. So we're going to use the expression in terms of m, guys. Okay, now you can ask me, can I use vector dy equals to dx plus nxc? And the answer is yes, guys, you can use those expression as well. At the end, you'll still get back the same answer. But in this case, I'm using in terms of m over here. Okay. And actually what, guys, you can do me a favor. What you can do is you can try to attempt in terms of n and let me know in the comment section whether you get back the same answer which I'm going to show you by the end of this video, guys. Okay, proceed to the next step of working. So dy equals to mdb, we have already found out in the very early of the question, which we get which 8mx plus 5my. Okay, so xd plus 8mx plus 5my. So this is your expression of dy, guys. And we have already find our m is equals to 2 over 5. So what we can do over here is we can substitute the m over here and here as well. Continue to the next step. So xd is negative 4x plus in a bracket 8 times 2 over 5x plus 5 in a bracket 2 over 5y, close bracket. So you expand in the numbers respectively, you should get your answer. Negative 4x plus 16 over 5x plus 2y. So you solve in terms of x component over here, you should get your answer. Negative 4 over 5x plus 2y. Okay, we have already find the vector xy. So what we can do now, we can proceed to the next step, which is find the ratio of AB and xy, guys. Okay, in order to find the ratio of AB and xy, we're going to compare it in terms of fraction form. So AB over xy equals to negative 2x plus 5y over negative 4 over 5x plus 2y. Okay, you can use either component x or component y to form a ratio, guys. So in this case, I'm going to use a component x over here. Even though you can use component y, you can immediately get the direct answer, which is 5:2. But then I'm going to prove you that by using the component x over here. Okay, so you're going to use component x or component y to calculate the ratio over here. So in this case, AB is to xy equals to negative 2 is to negative 4 over 5. So what you can do over here is you can times 5 in the both sides. So 5 times negative 2, you should get is negative 10 over here. So negative 4 over 5 times by 5. Why I'm times by 5? Very simple, guys, to eliminate the fraction over here. So the fraction we eliminate off. So from here you get negative 10 is to negative 4. But this is still not the final answer. We need to further simplify this ratio, and we have a negative form over here. So what we can do is we can divide the ratio with negative 2 respectively for the left hand side and the right hand side, and therefore you get your final answer is 5:2. So why I'm showing this long set of working is I find out that most of the students are pretty weak in the ratio calculation, guys. So that's the reason why I'm showing this method, even though you can immediately get your answer directly from using 5 and 2 from the component y over here. Okay, therefore the ratio of AB is to xy is equals to 5:2. So this is your final answer, guys. Alright guys, that is all for my step-by-step working and solution for this question. Any questions or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section below. And before that, so please put in the comment section below, how do you find out this question, guys? Is it easy or is it difficult for you? And most important thing, could you manage to answer this question? Don't forget to put down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Alright guys, thank you everyone for your support, and I will see you in the next video.